Hello everybody and welcome to another Oscar Games video. So, you may have seen a video I did a few months back that was breaking down the Best Picture contenders in a Brant Steele Hunger Games simulator, and a lot of you really seemed to like that video, and so I was debating doing one with the Best Actor contenders and the Best Actress contenders, one thing I will say, while I do enjoy making these videos, I think in the future it's definitely going to be more fun to do these earlier in the year when there's a lot of possibilities and we don't know what movies are going to hit and what movies are going to disappoint. Now, I'm recording this very, very close to the Golden Globe nominations. We haven't gotten those quite yet, but we generally know what movies are contenders and what movies are not. And I could not do this type of game for the Best Actor category because we simply do not have nearly enough names to fill that out. But in Best Actress, surprisingly, there are still a lot of contenders this far into the race. Now, not every name you'll see here has a realistic shot at getting nominated. I did have to stretch a little bit to fill to 24, but a good chunk of these names, I'd say more than half of them, do have a realistic shot at the nomination, at least from our perspective, where we are right now. Best Actress is insanely competitive this year. And so, what better way to give us insight into who will win than just running this, letting them fight to the death in a blood battle. So, here are the names I have selected. In alphabetical order, we have Amy Adams for Night Bitch, Pamela Anderson for The Last Showgirl, Carrie Coon for His Three Daughters, Ryan Destiny for The Fire Inside, Kristen Dunst for Civil War, Cynthia Erivo for Wicked, Carla Sofia Gascon for Emilia Perez, Marianne Jean-Baptiste for Hard Truths, Angelina Jolie for Maria, Nicole Kidman for Baby Girl, Kenny Kursuti for All We Imagine as Light. I decided to throw that in there at the end, a little fun one. Mikey Madison for Anora, Demi Moore for The Substance, Julianne Moore for Room Next Door, Florence Pugh for We Live in Time, Saoirse Ronan for The Outrun, Lily Rose Depp for Nosferatu. Heard some interesting things about that performance. June Squibb for Thelma. Kristen Stewart for Love Lies Bleeding. Emma Stone for Kinds of Kindness. Almost forgot the name of that movie. Tilda Swinton for Room Next Door. Fernanda Torres for I'm Still Here. Kate Winslet for Lee. And Zendaya for Challengers. So yeah, obviously not all of these names are seriously in the conversation. And there were a few names that I toyed with putting in. Funnily enough, I originally had, who was it? Anya Taylor-Joy. Anya Taylor-Joy for Furiosa in here. And I actually ran a full run of these games before realizing that I had left out somebody important. But the thing is, Anya Taylor-Joy ended up winning in that first round. So I was like, you know what? She doesn't have a realistic shot, and she paid her dues. She won one, so I'm going to take her out and replace her with this other person that I'm forgetting. One of the names that I toyed with putting in, but ultimately decided not to, was Naomi Scott for Smile 2. And I actually ran this Hunger Games simulator. I'm recording it later, but I ran it before the Astra nominations happened. And so after that happened, I was like, should I go back and add her to the list? And I'm like, no, I don't think so. I mean, that's a fun one, but I don't really think that performance stands a serious shot at getting nominated. So, for the sake of these games, we're going to sort of imagine it's the actresses vying for the Oscar, although there might be a few moments where I mess up and I call them by their character names, or it's just more fun to imagine the characters fighting each other. Yeah, with all of that said, let us begin. Place your bets now on who you think is going to win, and may the odds be ever in your favor. Bloodbath. Zendaya grabs a shield leaning on the cornucopia. Oh boy. So, I think both Zendaya as an actress and Tasha Duncan as a character, I can see doing very well in these games. So she's the first one to get a weapon, or technically not a weapon, a shield, but still important. Lily Rose Depp scares Julianne Moore away from the cornucopia. Well, she is from a horror movie, so maybe she's going full vampire mode. Connie runs away, Saoirse runs away, Emma runs away. So, a lot of people running away. Nicole kills Mikey Madison with a sickle. first kill of the games, and it is the person who everyone seems to think is the frontrunner to win the Oscar. So, wow, taken out right at the beginning, and by Nicole Kidman, no less. Okay, so these games are going to be interesting. Let's see. Kirsten runs away from the cornucopia. Marianne runs away. Kate stabs Amy Adams with a tree branch. Amy Adams taken out of the race. Oh wow, that's gotta hurt. Sorry. And Amy, early on in the year, every time she has a new movie, people are like, is this the one that will win her the Oscar? And not gonna be for Night Bitch, and even in this fictional Hunger Games reality, she gets taken out right at the very beginning by Kate Winslet, who, I'm going to talk about this more in a later video that's actually predicting awards, but Kate Winslet has the benefit of, dang it, the woman who campaigned for Andrea Riseborough on her side, so she's got that going for her. Keep an eye out for her. Ryan Destiny grabs food. Frances Fisher was her name, sorry. Yeah, it's very late at night when I'm recording this. Okay, so Carrie runs away, Florence runs away, Angelina spears Kristen Stewart in the abdomen. Kristen. You know what's funny about that is Angelina is doing a Pablo Larraín movie, and Kristen Stewart previously did a Pablo Larraín movie, and so maybe there's a little bit of rivalry between the two of them. Well, Kristen's not playing her character, she's not playing Spencer, but she has been taken out by Maria Callas. Cynthia Erivo runs away, flies away, and no one's going to bring her down. Tilda, Carla, and Demi work together to get as many supplies as possible. Pamela takes a sickle from inside the cornucopia. And June Squibb breaks Fernanda Torres' nose. Okay, feisty, aren't you there, June Squibb? That could be interesting. Part of me wonders if she's the one that people are going to underestimate in these games, but she might just sneak up from behind and take it. Day 1. Cynthia, Julianne, and Nicole hunt for other tributes. Canny discovers a cave. Pamela, Fernanda, and Zendaya hunt for other tributes, so we got a lot of teamwork going today. A lot of actress roundtables of them discussing their strategies for the games. Saoirse defeats June, but spares her life. Okay, understandable, don't want to harm the old lady, although I hope that doesn't come back to bite you, Saoirse. Florence bashes Angelina's head in with a mace. Oh, wow. Florence Pugh coming in there with the violence and taking out Angelina Jolie, who just killed Kristen Stewart a little while ago. Man, if this was real, if all of these actresses were really killing each other, the gays on Twitter would just have... it would be something. It would be something. Ryan begs Carla to kill her. She refuses, keeping Ryan alive. Yeah. Carla's like, don't you see? I'm a trans woman. I can't beat a female athlete. People will go crazy about it. Blech. Demi, Tilda, Lily, Kate, and Carrie hunt for other tributes. Emma and Kirsten discover rivers. I did accidentally call her Kristen. Not Kirsten. That's a whole thing. Marianne receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Seems like people are fans of her. People are fans of her, and people are saying she's actively in the hunt for the nomination. Okay, canon shots. We have 4 people down: Amy Adams, Kristen Stewart, Angelina Jolie, and Mikey Madison. Some big hitters in there, taken out right at the very beginning. Is your personal favorite still in the race? Demi thinks about winning. I do not blame her. Kirsten, Tilda, and Florence cheerfully sing songs together. None of them are really in singing movies, but you've already taken down Maria, and I imagine that Cynthia is probably hiding somewhere, planning something more strategic. Nicole receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Ooh, like I mean, I don't know which of these women I'd be more scared of. I mean, there's some really, really fierce ladies in this race. Carla thinks about winning. Kate and Carrie run into each other and decide to truce for the night. Okay, that's sweet. Zendaya climbs a tree to rest. Saoirse receives a hatchet. Cynthia thinks about winning. Okay, yeah. Everyone's being very fierce. Wait. Lily, Pamela, Emma, and Ryan form a suicide pact, killing themselves. Okay, so 4 contenders took themselves out of the race very, very quickly. Lily Rose Depp, Pamela Anderson, Emma Stone, and Ryan Destiny. 4 people who weren't really considered in the hunt for the win anyway. So I guess they just figured, hey, we're not really contributing to anything here. Let's just take ourselves out. Marianne, Julianne, and Fernanda sleep in shifts, and June and Connie choose for the night. Okay. Day 2. June and Tilda hunt for other tributes. I'm curious the conversations that those two would have. Fernanda's trap kills Carrie. Ugh. Sorry, Carrie Coon. Taken out of the race. Your co-star is going to have better luck in supporting, but no. Demi thinks about home. Zendaya attacks Julianne, but she manages to escape. Good for Julianne. I imagine that'd be a pretty chaotic fight. Kate stabs Connie with a tree branch. Sorry, all of you Matches Light fans. Our lead actress has been taken out of the race, but I do wonder if that movie can do some damage, because it's... I don't want to get too much into that read of things, but it clearly seems to be racking up a lot of attention, and people are very upset it did not get India's submission for international feature. Marianne fishes. Cynthia searches for firewood. Okay, maybe about to cast a spell. Nicole and Carla split up to search for resources. Florence receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Ooh, Florence killed someone earlier, so, that's... Watch out for her. And Saoirse steals from Kirsten while she isn't looking. Ooh. Yeah, Saoirse's another one I want to... Man, so much tough competition. But we do have 6 shots. Lily Rose Depp, Pamela Anderson, Emma Stone, Ryan Destiny, Carrie Coon, and Canny... I'm blanking on her last name right now. Canny Kuzuti. Got it. So, 6 women were taken out of the competition, and we had 4 taken out earlier. So that's 10 down, 14 to go. I hope your favorite's still in the race. Night 2. Carla receives a hatchet. Kirsten tries to treat her infection. Saoirse thinks about home. Fernanda dies of dysentery. Really? Dysentery? What is this? The Oregon Trail? Wasn't aware that was still a thing. Sorry, Fernanda. Julianne starts a fire. Demi dies from hunger. Oh, come on. That's just not pleasant. I know that I'm supposed to picture the actresses, not the characters, but I'm just imagining, Sue locking Elizabeth in her house and not allowing any food while she slowly drains out. Yeah. Good movie. In case it hasn't been said enough, Substance is good. But Demi Moore is unfortunately no longer in the competition, and I bet a lot of you were rooting for her to win this. Nicole, Tilda, Zendaya, and Kate sleep in shifts. Cynthia sees a fire, but stays hidden. June and Marianne run into each other and decide to truce for the night. And Florence unknowingly eats toxic berries. Gotta watch out for those toxic berries, everyone. You think you're all tough. You think you can get them. You think you're not gonna get killed, but it's always the things you're not expecting: hunger and eating the wrong berries. Day 3. Kate diverts Zendaya's attention and runs away. I just like to imagine Kate being like, "Look over there." Carla searches for a water source. Marianne diverts Saoirse's attention and runs away. So the same thing. Oh, you're not gonna get me. Cynthia, Kristen, and Nicole hunt for other tributes. Tilda bleeds out due to untreated injuries. Oh, man. Sorry, Tilda. You're great. It's so sad to watch these actresses die. They're great. Julianne tends to June's wounds. Okay, so the 4 shots: Fernanda, Demi, Florence, and Tilda. So that means 14 down, 10 to go. Nicole stays awake all night. Julianne sets Marianne on fire with a Molotov. Ooh, there can only be one and contender in the race. Eesh, that's gotta be tough. Come on, I almost imagined that Marianne would be tougher, given the nature of her character, but no, she gets taken out. I hope Julianne says something to the effect of, "Here's a hard truth for you." Oh, man. Kirsten shoots a poisonous blow dart into Cynthia's neck, slowly killing her. Oh man. Sorry, Cynthia. Sorry, Elphaba. We're all holding space for the lyrics to Defying Gravity in remembrance of you. That sucks. Yeah, Kirsten, tough competitor from a movie that is probably not going to be a tough competitor, but in this race at least, she's making a name for herself. And June stabs Kate in the back with a trident. What? June Squibb, where did you get the upper body strength to do that? That is... I thought maybe people would underestimate you. I didn't think by this much. And Kate Winslet taken out by June Squibb. Oh man. Zendaya loses sight of where she is. Carla sets up camp for the night. And Saoirse receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Ooh. The feast. It's time for the feast. This is usually a pretty big bloodbath. Zendaya decides not to go. Nicole also doesn't go. Saoirse doesn't go. Carla doesn't go. June's trap kills Kirsten, and Julian doesn't go. So great, fantastic. Nobody goes to the feast except for June Squibb, who gets another kill added to her count. Wow. Can't imagine. I never would have imagined that that's the way things would have gone. Day 4. June makes a wooden spear. Why is June suddenly the front runner? June Squibb... This is all before the Golden Globe nomination, so I don't know if she's coming for that in real life, but, you don't mess with June Squibb. Nicole tries to spear fish with a trident. I like that imagery because Nicole was in Aquaman, and so she would have a trident on standby. Carla attacks Julianne, but she manages to escape. Saoirse searches for firewood, and Zendaya travels to higher ground. Yeah. Something about the image of Zendaya fighting in the Hunger Games feels really natural to me. If they had made the Hunger Games movies 5 years later, Zendaya could have played Katniss, and it would have been pretty interesting to watch. 4 cannon shots. Marianne, Cynthia, Kate, and Kirsten. So 6 people left. Okay, so June Squibb screams for help. I'm not sure why. You clearly don't need it unless you're trying to lull people into a trap. Nicole and Julianne run into each other and decide to truce for the night. Okay, a little The Hours reunion there. Saoirse tends to Carla's wounds, and Zendaya tries to treat her infection. Day 5. Zendaya steals from Julianne when she isn't looking. Okay, very crafty there. Nicole, Saoirse, and Carla all track down and kill June. They all independently figured out, okay, June Squibb is the real deal. We can't underestimate her anymore. Let's go full balls to the wall, team up, and hunt her down. That must have been a pretty intense, epic showdown. Yeah, but June Squibb, right when she was starting to look like the potential frontrunner, is taken out. 1 cannon shot for June Squibb. I just imagine they're all she's old. If she is the only one of us to survive, we've all got much longer lives ahead of us. Night 5. Nicole loses sight of where she is. Zendaya cries herself to sleep. Saoirse is unable to start a fire and sleeps without warmth. Julianne receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. And Carla attempts to climb a tree but falls to her death. So sorry, Carla. You made it to the top 5. So I'm just realizing now that the top 5 is Nicole Kidman, Zendaya, Saoirse Ronan, Julianne Moore, and Carla Sofia Gascon. Imagine if those were the nominees. That would be a pretty interesting bunch. So, day 6. Saoirse sees smoke rising, but decides not to investigate. Julianne severely injures Zendaya, but puts her out of her misery. Sorry, Zendaya. So close. I had faith in you, but you were taken out by Julianne Moore. And Nicole collects fruit from a tree. 2 cannon shots. Carla and Zendaya. Okay, so we have 3 people left. Saoirse Ronan, Julianne Moore, Nicole Kidman. Okay, again, place bets now. Saoirse lets Nicole into her shelter, and Julianne dies of hunger. So sorry, Julianne, you made it to 3rd place. But in this Hunger Games, it only matters to who survives in the end. Saoirse Ronan or Nicole Kidman. Let's see. Saoirse poisons Nicole's drink, but mistakes it for her own and dies. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I shouldn't laugh. I shouldn't laugh. But that has got to be the most anticlimactic way to end the Hunger Games, right? Saoirse's like, I got this. I'm gonna win the Hunger Games. I'm gonna win my Oscar. I'm overdue for an Oscar. All I gotta do is poison Nicole's drink. And oops. And meanwhile, Nicole Kidman doesn't know what's going on, and she gets declared the winner. I'm like, okay, I guess I'll take it. So at the end of all that, the winner is Nicole Kidman for Baby Girl. And some people are still predicting her to win, which would be interesting. People say Nicole Kidman's going to win. People say Adrian Brody's going to win. Some people think we're getting a musical winning Best Picture and a split in director. So, yeah, this could be like a repeat of 2002 in a very interesting way. Well, that's the end of that. Nicole Kidman, really, there are so many fierce and competitive women in this race, but I guess you just don't underestimate Nicole Kidman. I mean, seems like a safe life lesson to me. Well, that's the end. Thank you very much for watching. I will not be doing a Best Actor one, although I do think that when all the acting nominees are done, I'm going to have the 20 characters, like not the actors themselves, but the nominated characters all fight to the death, probably with like 4 runners-up who didn't make it as well. And I also plan on releasing a Golden Globes prediction video very, very soon, so stay tuned for that. Unless this is coming out afterwards, I don't know. This is going to take a long time to edit. At any rate, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time. Take care.